Hello and welcome to November Echo Wargaming. I'm Derek and this is Ted.
How are you doing? Hello everybody.
And today we're going to play a nice game of 3K.
Yep.
With the Wolves versus some of the Night Lords.
Yes.
But we're going to play a bit of a slightly different mission that Ted's going to tell us all about.
Yeah, so if you've been following along with November Echo, we are starting to run our own events, which is absolutely fantastic. We've got our first sort of major event in September at the Northeast Tabletop Expo. However, we're sort of running a trial one at our club.
Stress test,
mainly to see how stressed we get when we do. Anyway, so we've come up with our own missions for that, and this is a mission that we are playing there. So basically, there's no objectives on turn one other than first strike, which is if you kill something in your player turn, not in your other player's turn, so you can't do it just with reactions, you gain a point. But on turn two objectives will land randomly on the table, and we'll show you how they land. Then, if you score them, they then run away 8 inches plus D6 away from you towards your opponent's deployment zone.
So they're constantly moving.
They're constantly shifting and they move around terrain and units and stuff. The fluff is that they're basically damaged servo skulls and they no longer know which legion they work for. So every time one legion grabs them, gets a point for them, they then jet off. And it's kind of to make it so instead of one side constantly just getting all the objectives.
Stops people sitting on objectives and camping them, basically.
Which is cool sometimes, but other times, Anyway, the zip off means movement, which is really cool and groovy. We're bringing Primarchs.
Yeah, we brought the Russ.
Yes. No, Russ, no, don't share that. Curse. We brought the Curse. I am going to slag off Nick. Absolutely rotten. This was supposed to be Derek versus Nick, 3K of World Eaters versus 3K of Wolves, because who does not want two premier melee units, armies, smashing in the middle? However, Nick completely forgot he was supposed to be here, so Nick... Shame.
Bell of shame.
Bell of shame. Bell of shame. Everybody feel free to shame Nick in the comments. But yeah, we've set up a really cool table, or at least I think it's cool, because I've used a ton of my models. So we've basically got a second wave of Night Lords coming in where they've already attacked once. Right, let's get some armies and let's get going. Thank you all very much. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Here we have 3,000 points of Space Wolves. They are running the Blooded Claw Rite of War. And we have, kicking off with my fast attack choices for a bit of a change, I have a pair of Javelin Land Speeders. Each is armed with the usual arrayment of weapon systems. I then have 2 identical packs of Slayers. My Slayers have 7 power weapons in the unit: Vox, Nuncio, and the Huskarl is equipped with a Thunder Hammer. All the models in this unit are equipped with combat shields, and there are 3 power fists in the unit. Supporting each Slayer pack in their claw formations is a unit of Stalkers. These are all equipped with Balkans, bar 3, who are equipped with Volkite Calivers, and 5 of these models are equipped with power swords. The Sergeant is equipped with a power fist, and I have a Nuncio and a Vexilla in that unit. I have 2 identical setups, one for my left claw and one for my right claw, but the Jaws is the Wolf King. He is equipped with his usual paraphernalia. Nobody does have a unit of Varangir to support him, his own chosen warriors. Supporting the infantry troops on the ground, I have a Legion Praetor with a Paragon Blade, and at the back I have my Dreadnoughts, the Venerable Brightclaw with his Chain Fist and Gravis Power Fist with combi bolters, and then I have a little bit of fire support with a Havoc Launcher, an Assault Cannon, and again a combi bolter in the fist. This concludes my 3,000 point list for our game today.
.3,000 points of Night Lords running no Rite of War, led by Conrad Kurz, who is obviously going to be my warlord for the day. He is in a unit combined with a Tartarus Centurion Herald with a Thunderhammer, a Warmonger Tartarus Centurion as well with a Thunderhammer and Combi Disintegrator, and 10 Contakar, all of which have Volkite Cavators, and the sergeant of the unit has the Eschaton Power Claw. My troop slots are 2 identical units of assault marines, 10 man, 2 axes in each, and the sergeant has a power fist. I have 3 laser rapiers, 2 identical contemptor dreadnoughts, both with Gravis melter cannons and melters in the fist. A 10-man recon unit, all with Nemesis bolters, and a Master of Signals combined to the unit to make them 11 to give me that lovely, lovely outnumbering goodness. 2 sabres with snub auto cannons and heavy bolters, again running as a squadron so they count as 20 for the goodness. And my personal favourites in this army, a very underrated pair of Deredeos with the Volkite and the Aeolus missiles because of all the pinning. Yes, hopefully they will do me proud in this game. That is my quite simple but very effective 3,000 points of Night Lords.
Space Wolf deployment, and I've got a lovely line of Slayers and Stalkers right here. So moving down here, we have a classic pincer attack. So I have my first unit of Stalkers here. They are backed up by the Javelin Landspeeder tucked behind those silos there. Then I have got the Slayer squad right next to those, and their plan is to basically make a beeline straight around the Fortress of Redemption there. Right slap bang in the middle there, because I don't know which way they're going to be going yet. I have the Wolf King himself, the Varangir bodyguard, and 2 Contemptor dreadnoughts, as they're a talent, so they've got to start 6 inches apart, but they'll be bomb bursting very, very shortly. Then, matching my pincer attack, I have the other Slayer unit, the other Stalker unit, and tucked just behind there is Javelin number 2. And that concludes the Space Wolves deployment.
Night Lords deployment, and going second currently. I've sort of been a bit cagey. So over on my left flank, I have the first of my Deredeos, who is going to sit at the back and fire lots of pinning shots, hopefully into this absolute massive wave of Space Wolves. Then I'm followed up by some laser rapiers. I have the first of my objective go-getter groups, which is my Dreadnought and one of the assault squads, because obviously, as I said in this game, we don't know where the objectives are showing up. Hopefully that team will go and grab them, and I'm holding them back for the moment because I ain't going to win a fist fight with the wolves, so I'm going to make them come to me. In the middle, I have my 10-man recon team with a Master of Signals. They could have infiltrated, but then with the Master of Signals, he prevents that, so I've sort of sat them in the middle. Not great line of sight straight in front of them, but they can sort of angle either way, and hopefully I will pin and do some damage. My Sabres. Second objective grabbing team, which is the same again, an assault squad and a dreadnought, and then finalising everything is obviously my second Deredeo, holding the other flank and looking menacingly towards these wolves. Please let me pin them. And obviously Kurz with his Kontakar, Warmonger and Herald are sat in deep strike, ready to appear, where they will be very much needed. Couple of rolls to begin the game. First off, I'm going to see if it's night fight. I'm not running terror assault, so I can't enforce it, so we are going to roll for it. Derek didn't want it, I do. So on a 2-up, it is
I definitely
night fighting.
don't want it.
It is not night fighting.
Woohoo!
Bad for me.
It's
and then
good for me.
The roll that really matters. Can I seize on a 6? Yes!
Oh, what?
Night Lords, turn 1. Night Lord turn 1 movement, and as you may notice, not a single thing has moved. For a couple of reasons. The main being the objectives aren't here yet, and so I'm not going to shift anything forward in the risk to go and get them because I don't know where they will show up. I want to respond. And 2, because these are Space Wolves.
I thought that would be rule 1.
If we haven't made it clear, I am not going to win a fist fight. Seizing is an absolute bonus. I am not going to lose that bonus by walking forward to the speedy wolves. I'm going to shoot them. So shooting phase coming up. Opening up my shooting phase. My first Deredeo on my left flank is going to shoot into the Space Wolf Javelin on my counterpart flank because it's got multi-melders and I don't like them. Starting off with its Volkite Flechette, whatever. Hitting on 2s, it is twin-linked. So that is 7 hits. And then it's strength 7, and I don't outnumber him because we both count as 1, which is weird. So wounding on 3s, that is a grand total of 4 armor saves for the Javelin.
So 4 armor saves coming up.
In the tray.
In the trade account. It makes all the saves, so no deflag there.
No. Then the Heavy Bolter, hitting on 2s, twin-linked. Wounding on 5s for 2 more armor saves.
So 2 armor saves,
5.
makes them all.
And then my Aeolus missiles, 2 hits, then strength 6, so 4s to wound. 1 goes straight through your armor because it's AP3, so I cause 1 wound. Not
1
a great
wound,
start.
not bad though.
Second Deredeo now on my other flank, repeating the process with hopefully far more success. Same target. It's not because I had all the dice in my hand ready, I promise. Hopefully this one does a lot better. You would think that the Javelin would gain cover from being behind those silos, but he absolutely won't because it's anti-grav.
No cover for me.
Volkite hitting on 2s, twin-linked for a full house. Then wounding on 3s. Oh, 4 again. Can you actually fail some of these, please, Derek?
I will not attempt to fail these, although I will take 1.
And deflag doesn't go off. So 1 cause so far. Heavy Bolter, 2s to hit, and 5s to wound, because Javelins are toughness 6. And then Aeolus missiles, hitting on 2s, excellent. Wounding on 4s. That is 1 more caused, so 2
Just
wounds.
like the other one.
Oh no, you took 2 from this one. Recon Squad and Master of Signals now are going to fire into this Greyslayer Squad?
Stalker
Squad, so yeah. All the same to me, you wolvy people. Obviously I'm using my Cognoscignum, so these boys will be hitting on 2s, and we have prey sights, there's no evasion. So hitting on 2s, these are all with Nemesis Bolters, that's all the hits, and then 5s will rend, and I outnumber, so 2s will wound. That will be Sergeant, Vexilla, and then, if anyone wondering, Sniper means I can assign the wounds to people. So I'd like to kill your Sergeant.
He dead.
I'd like to kill your Vexilla. Then I'd like to start putting wounds on special weaponry people.
Right.
So
we will be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, yes, that was a fail. There's a couple of power swords and a couple of Volkite weapons in there, so I've elected to put all my snipery shots onto the power swords and hopefully I'll start killing them. 7 in total.
So power swords first then, so I'll take the saving throws. Yes. I have 5 power swords. So those 5 are fine.
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more on the power swords again, so 1 of the power swords dies.
Lovely.
For a total of 3 dead.
But that is a Sergeant of Vex and a pinning check for me, please, sir. No minuses, sir. Because it's not night.
Pinning test? They be fine.
They love it. Laser Rapier Squad continuing the pain onto the Stalker Squad on the Wolves' right flank, my left.
Bad guy, Obliterify.
Bad guy, Killer. Hitting on 3s, twin-linked. That would be 5 hits, and then 2s to hurt you, but you will get a 6-up cover save because I'm shooting over a bit of terrain. That will be 5 6-up cover saves for you, sir.
So 5 6-ups.
Oh, so
only
2.
3 die, I'll take that. Yeah. It's not bad, I'll take it.
Pretty much the last thing I'm actually going to shoot in my turn 1 is the sabres into this Stalker Squad on the extreme other flank, I should say, of the Space Wolves. I am just in range of one of them with my snub autocannon, so let's see if I can absolutely muller him. Hitting on 3s, twin-linked. Lovely, all hit, and then it's wounding on 2s but rending on 5s. 1 armor save for that.
I will take my 1 armor save and probably die.
Yay! And then 8 heavy bolter shots, which hit on 3s, are not twin-linked, and wound on 2s because I count as 20 because I'm 2 tanks. for another 3 armor saves, please, Mr. Space Wolf.
3 armor saves.
Kills another 1 man.
1 man if there's 1 in range.
Yeah, because they're 36, not 24.
Stalker Squad is going to make a leadership test due to the fact they took 6 casualties and I only have 15 models. So I need to do a leadership test of 7 because my sergeant took a bolter to the head. They passed successfully. They are unaffected and looking for vengeance.
Uh-oh. It's the end of my incredibly dull first turn. I've fought the wolves plenty of times. I know, don't go forward towards them. I did not score first strike. I didn't kill anything and I didn't pin anything. This may sting.
Space Wolves turn 1 movement. I finally got some. So my Stalkers have moved up this side here and they're going to try and get some shots off and see what damage they can do down this side here. Javelin has moved up with the full intent of laying down some firepower. Stalkers and Slayers are working in conjunction to try and see if I can get a possible long bomb charge off on those guys, but we'll see how that pans out. Contemptor, he has decided to sweep around this side to support the Stalkers and Slayers on this side. The Russ and the Varangir have made a beeline straight for the centre of the board, primarily because I'm walking across it, so I need to get to the centre of the table, because at least that way I can determine which is going to be the best way to go when the objectives do actually drop. Second unit of Slayers have moved forward with the Dreadnought. The other Contemptor there has actually made a run move. And the Slayers have made their run move as well to try and get them a little bit closer. I've got to try and push as fast as I can up the board to start weakening some of these units before Conrad turns up. My other unit of Stalkers here is advanced. They've only walked. Now my plan here is to drop some firepower onto this nice and densely packed unit there at the back of the Assault Marines in conjunction with the Javelin before it decides to get exploded because it's running out of shots, running out of wounds rather quickly. And that concludes turn 1 Space Wolves movement. Space Wolves turn 1 shooting. I'm going to kick off with the Javelin. So my Javelin is going to drop 2 crack missiles, 2 hunter killer missiles and a multi-melter into the Laser Rapier Squad, because they need to die and they need to die quickly before Russ comes out and starts getting one-shotted. So they're going to die and they're going to die right now.
Fair enough.
So kicking it off, I am going to fire 2 hunter killer missiles hitting on 3s for 1. Well, that sucked.
Fair.
So 1, and then we've got 2 crack missiles who both hit and a single multi-melter shot which also hits. Now, they're all AP3 or AP2, so I require, as it stands at the moment, 2s to murderize.
Yes, sir.
So that will be 4.
4. No cover save because I'm pretty much out in the open and the Javelin jumped up on there. I will go 1, 2, 3 and take a 4th wound on that.
Dirty, sir, but I like it. Dirty. Continuing Space Wolf shooting, I'm just copying Ted's tactic completely. My Javelin is going to open fire from the other side of the table.
Jumping sides.
And I'm going to open fire with my Cyclone missile launchers, and I'm going to be hitting the assault squad there at the back. So I will be scattering, but I've got Nuncio Voxes that can draw line of sight. So I am going to go on his noggin there for the whole unit.
Yes, sir.
So with reroll, not that I need it, direct hit for 10.
Yes, sir.
Javelin's got 10 shots with its frag missiles. These do cause pinning because of the Cyclone, so I am wounding on 4s. That is an atrocious roll for 3. So 3 wounds from the Cyclone.
3, I'm just taking them on normal men. 3 up saves. I lose 3 men.
3 men. I'll take that.
That hurts.
Then we're having the 2 hunter killer missiles into the same unit, so 1 hit and 1 dead.
Yeah,
and then a multi-melter for good measure, so 1 hit and 1 dead.
Oh, that's half the unit dead.
And that will be a pinning check, please, sir.
Pinning, they are pinned.
Woohoo! And it's off.
Ouch.
Continuing Space Wolf shooting, I'm going to open up with 3 Volkite Cavaliers and a bolt gun into, you'll be shocked to hear this, that assault squad that's pinned, because I'm going to try and take them down so I can get the first strike VP there. So, kicking off, we'll start with El Bolt Gunno.
I want to evade, but I can't because I'm pinned.
So these move normally, so nope, he missed, so he sucked.
Good.
And then we've got 9 Volkites hitting on 3s.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
And strength 6, so wounding on 2s. Uno momentos.
He's so excited.
For 5 wounds. So 5 wounds on the unit, please, sir.
And there's 5 men left. I promptly
in the trait account.
That was a fail, so 1 man goes down.
So deflag, it fires.
I lose another 1 man. At the end of a very painful spaceful shooting phase, which I was not expecting, a couple of morale checks. So the Rapier team on leadership 8, they fail. And run a happy 2d6 for 7 inches.
Oh, have I destroyed a unit? Have I destroyed a
They're
unit?
off the board.
That's a unit destroyed.
The Rapier's gone. And then the assault squad that you very happily hammered at the back here.
Pew, 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 pew.
Their leadership 8 as well. Sorry, I'm just finding a place for the tray.
Find a place for the dice tray.
And they pass.
By the skin of their
But
teeth.
you score first strike straight off the bat.
I will take that, sir.
Ouch.
Space Wolf's turn 1 assault. I am a Space Wolf player. It is a long bomb, but do you know what? I'm a Space Wolf player, so I'm doing it anyway. My Slayers are going to attempt to charge the Sabres. Now, this is a 12-inch charge.
Exactly 12 inches.
Exactly 12 inches for 1 man.
For 1 man.
For 1 man. But who knows? It might be worth it. It may not. And I'll get the surge either way.
You will.
So, I am declaring a charge. Would you like to declare a reaction?
I'm going to overwatch with my heavy bolters. The snub autocannons can't, but my heavy bolters can. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, because I do count as outnumbering you. For a very healthy 5 armor saves. Get some!
So 5 armor saves, and I lose 2.
It's worth it, it's worth it. Don't take the man at the front, that's my advice.
Oh yeah, I think I will keep him hanging around. So here we go. Double 6 or bust? No, nowhere near, but I will move forward 3 inches.
He's coming, he's coming.
End of Space Wolves turn 1. Not going to lie, quite happy with the results that I've managed to get.
I'm not.
I've managed to take out the unit of Laser Rapier Destroyers, which is a bonus because that is 1 VP. My units have successfully moved forward. So my Stalkers and Javelins are pretty much safe. I've got a Derrideo there to deal with, and the rest of the units are moving up there nicely. Rust still in position, waiting to hold the middle ground there. My Slayers, annoyingly, as predicted, failed their charge and lost 2 of their number. But, they'll live at the end of the day, at least for, at least half a round of shooting. And then the other Javelin, man of the match so far, actually managing to punt out quite a significant number of Assault Marines there, has thinned down his scoring units quite successfully. And that ends turn 1.
Beginning of turn 2, and we now have the objectives coming down. How we're going to play this, or how we do it in the game, is we will quarter the table, and then assign each quarter. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the centre is 5 or 6. Me and Derek are then going to roll a dice, and say I roll a number 2, the objective will come down in the dead centre of that objective, of that quarter I should say, and then adjust for terrain so it can never be in terrain and land at the closest point. That's where the objectives are going to show up, so let's get rolling. I'm going to roll for my objective first, and I roll a 1, which means it's going to come down in the centre of this quarter here.
I like it, right there. Thank you, Ted. And then the second objective is going to land in table quarter 1.
Which we're going to re-roll, because they need to come in separate ones.
So re-rolling 3, which is over
like
the other side, right next to the other Space Wolves.
Oh dear.
Oh, I like it. I like it so much.
I'm going to have to come and get them now, aren't I? Right.
Yes, come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. That's where our objectives have showed up. So mine that I rolled in objective zone 1 came in, landed on top of the Dreadnought, so it adjusts and ends up here. These will be scored at the end of a player turn, so I need to actually come and get them if I want to score them. And the second came in zone 3, again, came in just on the corner of this trench, so adjusted for terrain and landed there. I may have to actually move this turn. Shameful. And now for my reserves. Kurz and the Kontakar will be coming in on a 3-up, which I get to re-roll because of my Master of Signals. I will get to re-roll. Kurz is not coming in.
Turn without Kurz.
Oh dear.
Ooh, that's going to cost you, Ted.
That is.
That's going to cost you so much.
Ooh. Night Lord's turn 2 movement, and I really wanted Kurz to show up, but
yeah, you did.
That's deep striking for you, kids. I didn't move that much. I did send my Dreadnought forward to play blocker, and you may have noticed he's somehow become magically swarmed by Space Wolves.
Barkity bark bark!
Bark, bark. The Wolves declared their advanced reaction, which is called...
No one escapes.
Something. No one escapes. So the Wolves move forward their initiative.
No prey escapes the wolf.
No prey escapes the wolf. So they moved and charged me. So they have taken away my charge bonus and stopped me shooting them before I charged them as well. Very canny play by Derek. My sabres have pivoted because they're centre-mounted main guns. I'm going to try and take out this bloody javelin, which I now have an utter hatred for, despite being known as the Javelin Addict by my local club. My second Dreadnought has also moved forward, and he is going to try and engage the second Slayer squad as well, because they're not weapon skill 5. I'm hoping to tie them up. And my second squad of Assault Marines, which is not pinned and absolutely mullered, have shifted across to my left flank. There is now an objective I need to go and hunt, and there is a very, very scary Primarch in the middle of the board, which I don't have a Primarch to counter. So it's all hands on deck and all running away. Deredeo has stayed where he was because he's also going to try and kill javelins. Wish me luck! Starting the Night shooting phase, my sabres are going to tag team onto the javelin. It has 2 wounds left, and Derek has declared...
I'm going to shoot it back because I'm going to die if I don't.
Starting off with my snub autocannons, hitting on 3s.
In the trade account, twin linked.
Twin linked, thank you, D. That was a hit, that was a miss. So 2 hits. It's strength 7, counts as strength 8 because I outnumber you. So it's 2s to wound, but 5s rend. That's 1 wound. 1 wound. Excellent.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
And then I have 8 heavy bolter shots, hitting you on 3s, not twin linked. And then strength 5, outnumbering, so wounding on 4s. For 1, 2, 3. Oh, that'll do it. 5 armor saves. Just fail one of them for me, please, Derek.
So
Please.
5 armor saves,
Please.
which I do fail. Oh, well,
You miss.
I failed anyway.
You failed it.
It's a scatter.
Yay.
But I'm going to fail anyway.
But you return.
But I will be returning fire.
Yes.
Javelin is going to drop its payload of what's left of its payload of 200 kilo missiles. Cyclone missile launcher missiles, and its multi-melter. So first things first, multi-melter hits.
Yep.
Oh, and it's a pen.
Yep.
Oh, we'll take that. And then the cyclone missile launcher for 2 hits and strength 8. I'm looking at 4s. That's a glance.
No, it's a pen.
Oh, sorry, yes, it's a pen. So 2 penetrating hits.
1 at a time, because the AP1 might pop a
So
tank.
this is the AP1.
It causes a weapon destroyed.
And the second one.
Causes a weapon destroyed.
Kabang, kabang,
Kabang.
pew, pew.
You've turned one of them into a box.
Yay!
My right flank Deredeo now is going to open up onto this Stalker squad that is currently claiming the newly arrived objectives. I will be shooting my D-flag gun first. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this hits on 2s and is twin linked. And then it wounds on 2s. You will get your full armour against it, sir. For a grand total of 6 armour saves.
So 6 armour saves. For 2 fails, so 2 additional D-flag.
Yes, sir. For another 2 wounds.
Another 2 armour saves. They save.
Lovely. Then my heavy bolters, which hit on 2s, are twin linked. Nope. And then wounding on 3s, because I don't count as outnumbering. That's 2.
So 2 saves from heavy bottlers. That is a third of 1 dead.
Lovely. And then finally my Aeolus, which hits on 2s.
Hey!
And then wounds on a 2. Oh dear.
Well, at least the Aeolus didn't work.
1 pinning check from the Volkite.
So 1 pinning test at leadership 8. They failed!
Yes!
No!
Yes, there is a
no! Pinning vengeance!
Yes! Second verse is same as the first, by Teradeo again, shooting into this javelin. Hopefully, this time, we will not have any problems. I'm going to start with the Aeolus missiles, because if they do all the damage, it just dies. Hitting on 2s, well, they're not going to do all the work. Wounding on 4s, that is 1 wound caused so far, because it's AP3 and they can gain no cover. The Volkite, hitting on 2s, twin linked. Lovely. Then wounding on 3s, because it's strength 7. Ooh, for a very healthy 5 armour saves. The Javelin's down to 2 wounds remaining.
So 5 armour saves to make. On a 3+.
Oh, that would have done it on its own.
Gone.
Why couldn't you do that turn
Absolutely
one, Derek?
Do you want to roll your D flag?
It's dead. That's all that matters. It's dead. This game's weird. My reconnaissance squad, I have to put my teeth in like Derek, is now going to shoot Nemesis bolters at this Grey Slayer squad that is coming around the Dreadclaw there.
It's coming right over us.
It's coming right for us. Hitting on 2s, because again I'm using my Cognis Signum. Excellent. Cocked or happy, sir?
Cocked.
Cocked. It misses. Lovely. And then it is 2s to wound, because I outnumber, because I'm 11 men. Oh no, you're bigger than that.
I am 15.
You're 15, so it's 3s to wound, 5s are rending, and they're sniper, so I assign them. I'd like that to kill whoever that guy holding a Thunderhammer is, because I don't like him. I'd like that one to kill your sergeant.
Because I don't like same man.
Same man, okay. Guy with a power fist. That one can kill another guy with a power fist. Have you got any more Thunderhammers or anything in there?
Another power fist.
I kill another power fist. And 1 armor save on someone who is not the guy at the front, because I want to try and charge you.
Not the guy at the front. Although I've got 3 guys at the front.
Yeah.
Right, so we will take the one guy at the front first. So he dies.
He's dead.
And then, just to really, really annoy Ted, I'll take my 6-up Invan because of my combat shield.
Oh, yeah.
So I will take the sergeant first, who dies.
Good.
Power fist 1, dead.
Dead.
Power fist 2, dead. Power fist 3, dead. And suddenly that pack's lost its teeth.
5 dead, and a pinning check, please.
Oh, pinning test, sir.
Sorry. Please be pinned. No.
No.
But
No
they've
pinning.
lost scary weapons.
Lost a lot of scary weapons. Although I do still have 6 power weapons in the unit.
Last thing in my shooting phase now is this Dreadnought here. So Harkonnen the Judged is going to shoot into the Slayer squad. I was a bit humming and hurry because I was going to charge them, but actually there's a big wolfy looking bugger over that hill. So I actually...
Leman of the Rust.
Leman of the Rust. So I actually want some room to manoeuvre, and 3 more of them dead after that lovely Nemesis Bolter charade would be good. Anyway, Gravis Melter Cannon hitting on 2s, but twin linked. Both hit. And then the Melter in his hand hitting on a 2. Lovely. And then 2s to potentially kill, but so 3, which are either death
3,
or
6
combat shields.
3 6-up Invans, because they've all got combat shields.
3 more dead.
3 more dead. I'll take the 3 guys from the front.
Yes.
So I've got 1 morale test to actually take. Bit catastrophic losing 7 out of that unit. No, 8 out of that unit. So
good.
Here we go. Leadership test on a 7. Which they successfully passed by literally the skin of their fangs.
If only I had some sort of fear-causing unit. Curses. Into my combat phase, and the only thing I have is my tied-up Dreadnought Clarada Nictu is about to get absolutely smashed in the face by Space Wolves, and because the Russ is on the field, they're all at +1 strength.
Yes, because they made a successful charge, even if it was in Ted's turn.
Yes. We're going to start with the...
Charge is charge.
Praetor, charge is charge.
So charge is charge. He's swinging in with his Paragon Blade, so I have my 5 attacks, and I am hitting on 3.
Yes, sir, because you're better than I am.
That is 4, and I am strength 6, so I'm wounding on 5s with instant death, of which I didn't, but I do get 2 AP2 wounds.
2 invulns, which I pass 1, fail 1, so that's 1 wound down. And then we're all going to be at the same initiative now, so we'll get a butt ton of dice ready. 3 attacks from the Dreadnought, hitting on 3s because it's majority weapon skill. He hits all the times, and hurting people on 2s. He does 6 brutal, but it's effectively 3, 3, and 3.
So 3
combat shields.
Combat shields. So
first
1
guy
guy lives.
No.
Oh, sorry, 1 guy
brutal
left.
3.
Yeah. Second guy
dead, but only just. And third guy dead.
Dead. So 3 guys die, but they will be swinging back at exactly the same time.
They will. Derek's Wolves now swinging with their 40,100 attacks.
So it's not 40,000, but I will be kicking off with 6 power swords for a total of 18 attacks. So I am hitting on 5s due to the superior weapon skill, so I'm hitting on 5s.
Say superior again, Derek. I liked it when you said that.
Say it to my face.
Say it to my face.
Now, these power weapons are strength 5 due to the extra +1 strength.
It's still 6s, but 6s would rend me.
Looking for the rending. And I will have 2 rends, 2 saves, sir.
2 invulns, which I promptly save 1 and fail 1. I'm down to 4 wounds.
So, switching over to the Fenrisian axes that are strength 5 at base, so they're now strength 6. So I'm wounding on 5s, but I'm still hitting on 5s to start with.
5s and 5s.
So 5s, there is 4. And then 2 more wounds.
Armour or invuln?
Armour.
Armour 2-ups. I'll probably save them.
Fine. And then I have, just for good measure, 3 Power Fists. Who are going to wail in with their Power Fists. It's strength 9. Just for the lols. But I am hitting on 5s, annoyingly, so only 1 hit.
2s.
Which fails the wound. And then I have...
Oh, God, it keeps going.
And then I have the Huskarl with his 2 attacks base and his 3 on the charge, hitting on 5s for 2.
Oh, bugger.
With his Thunderhammer at strength 9.
3
2s. 4 wounds,
I need to
4
save.
invulns.
I need to save 1 of them, or I go down. I save 2 of them. I'm alive on 2 wounds.
Marvellous.
Let's work out some combat res. At the end of the combat, I lost by 1. But I am a Fearless Dreadnought, so we have locked up, and the Space Wolves are all going to come crashing in to smash my face in their own turn. End of the turn. I mean, I'm thinning the Wolves down a bit. Pinning this unit here is very useful because it's mean they're not going to score this objective. It's not useful in that that objective then won't move because it's not scored, so it won't actually come back towards me. And absolutely hammering this Slayer squad over here on the side is a good relief for this very beleaguered flank as well. I really, really wanted Kurz to come down. I'm just going to have to hold until he shows up.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. Yeah, twitch your bum times.
Space Wolves turn 2 movement. I have done some advancerizing. I have moved my Slayer squad up here, and as a reaction, Ted bravely ran away with his assault squad there.
Created tactical depth is what that
Bravely
is.
ran away. My Stalker squad has moved across to the objective so they can claim it at the end of the turn, start racking up those victory points. My Contemptor has moved up in an attempt to start laying down some fire on its counterpart over there and start throwing down some threat. The Varangier have done a bit of a redeploy because I've got no idea where Kurz is coming and I want to give myself the option of jumping on him and kicking his teeth in.
I've no idea where he's coming either, if that helps.
So that's where they've gone. Now, as a part of that, this Varangier here has provoked Ted's second reaction in the movement phase.
Oh, yes.
And his Contemptor has again bravely ran away.
Create tactical depth.
Backed up by 1 inch just to make sure that my charges are a little bit more complicated for me. But never mind. Over at the far side, the Venerable Blight Claw has decided he's having it. He's pelted around the corner. And if the Slayers can't deal with that Dreadnought, then Bright Claw certainly will do. My Stalker squad over here are pinned, so they can't really do anything. I can't claim the objective because they're pinned, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it means I should be able to claim it next turn once I'm unpinned if I'm not dead. However, I do see some targets of opportunity with my Volkites, even if I am snap shooting. And that wraps up end of turn 2 movement for the pack. Stalker pack number 2 is going to open fire. Now they are making snapshots, but they're Volkites, and I've got 1 bolter in range, and there are 4 enemy left. And last time round, my Volkites didn't do too bad, but I am making snapshots, so I am hitting on 6s.
You're shooting into the wounded assault squad.
Shooting into the wounded assault squad to try and murderize them some more. So first things first, 9 shots with the Volkites for 2 hits. I'll take it. Wounding on 2s in the trait account for 1 wound, sir.
Yeah.
And then 1 guy with a bolt gun hits. He fails to wound. Of course he fails to wound. He fails to wound again.
Good.
The Venerable Bright Fist is going to open up with his 2 combi bolters into, again, that wounded unit of assault marines there because I need to take them down. I need to take them down hard. So 2 shots, hitting on 2s, twin linked, 2 hits. Nice. Wounding on 4s for 1 wound. I got 1! It's enough for a leadership test. I got 1!
It is.
Grey Stalker squad is going to open fire up with all of their weapons into the Contemptor Dreadnought over there. Now, they have made a run move, but Slayers, due to having the skirmish subtype and the light subtype, means they can actually do shooting as well, because lols. Because, I don't know, Space Wolves.
Move, run and shoot, of course.
Move, run and shoot, and then potentially charge, but snapshots anyway, but I'm not going to charge it, so you're fine.
Yeah.
So I am making snapshots, so I need 6s to hit for 2 with the bolt guns, and then 6s again for a wound, so nil pois, And then I've got 2 Volkites in there, hitting on 6s for 1. And 5s to wound, fails to wound, nil point, Jack Diddley and squat. Continuing with Space Wolf's shooting, I'm going to open up with the Akari's Assault Cannon, my missile launcher, and a bolter into, shockingly enough, the Contemptor again. Yes. Now, the Havoc Launcher is a template weapon, so I'll be rolling for that one first, because obviously I do have actual friends nearby that I might not want to try and blow up. So, the launcher first, which is a direct hit.
Lovely.
Strength 5 for 0.
Oh.
And then we will kick off with Carries Go Burt for, of course, that was a 3.
It was.
For 5 hits, and then wounding, but I'm looking for 6s. There is 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 rend and 2 wounds. So, 2 armor saves. Of which I take a wound.
Takes a wound.
And the rend I save. So I take a wound.
Take a wound, and then the bolter at long range hits and fails to wound.
No.
I've got 1 wound off it. I'll take it. It ain't much, but it's worth it.
Morale check at the end of the Space Wolf shooting phase for the assault squad that lost a man. Leadership 8. I roll
Fail! He's running!
Please roll low.
Run!
Low.
Run!
Oh, they're off the board.
Oh, and they're gone! And they're gone! That's another scoring unit gone for Ted!
Curses.
Oh!
Curse the snap shooting us.
Slayer Pack has declared its charge. I'm going to charge across the trench line. And then hopefully I am going to hit these assault marines just here. However, Ted being Ted has decided he's going to be brave.
Yeah.
And shoot me in the face.
That's right. I was thinking about doing disordered, but if I fail the morale, I just run off the board. So I've only got 3 guys in range, but I'm going to shoot him. I could do the Night Lord's advanced reaction, but unfortunately, because the advanced reaction would allow Derek to charge my Dreadnought, I don't want to. So
yeah.
Anyway, a bit of Overwatch, 3 bolt pistols, 2 of which hit. I do outnumber you because I'm bigger than you, so I wound on 3s, 1 wound.
1 wound, 1 save.
You don't care.
I don't care. So here comes the charge.
It's an 11-incher.
9 inches and then
9.
2. It's 9 inches and then 2 for the terrain set.
Yes.
So an 11-inch charge, and I don't make it. However, I do get the dreaded surge.
Yes, you do.
Continuing Space Wolf's turn to assault, we have this combat that's already engaged. So my Praetor will be swinging first with his Paragon Blade.
Yes, sir.
I am hitting on 3s.
You are.
Do-do-do.
You're no longer plus million strength, though.
But I am still looking for 6s, because 6s be pain. Pain and suffering.
Would be not.
There is 2 instant death attacks, so he's definitely dead.
Well, no, not definitely. I save 1 of them.
But it's D3, and I need
Please
to get...
roll a 1. Please roll a 1. He rolls a 1!
Oh, not good. That's 1.
I'm down to 1
Now
wound.
it's time for the Dreadnought to swing back. So commence swingy swing.
3 attacks. Hitting on 3s, because again it's majority, that's all 3. Potentially killing on 2s. That is brutal 3 again on combat shield.
Triple 6, dead. Triple 6, dead. Triple 6, dead.
So another 3 gone. I was not surprised.
I am not surprised. Continuing the combat now that we've done the mathmancy. I've selected that the 3 models that were going to die were going to be power swords, because then they get to strike at the same time.
Yes, sir.
However, I will have my 12 attacks with power swords hitting on 5s. For 1.
Oh, good.
Can he do it?
Don't
Can
roll
he
a 6.
die in a glorious... No, he can't.
Good.
All right, so here we go then. We will go with 2 power fist attacks hitting on 5s for 2 hits. And 1 wound.
Invuln death. It's death.
He's gonna go pop.
That's 1 exploding dreadnought. How far does he explode?
He explodes more
6 inches.
than enough to
Let's work it out.
do some damage.
After looking up the explosion of the dreadnought, he has hit everyone in base-to-base combat with him, and twice onto my sabres. Obviously, just to note that these are just terrain, not my models. Well, they are my models. Weird. Shut up, Ed. 8 men in base-to-base combat with him, wounding on 2s. That is 7.
So I will take this on the actual pack because it's strength 8 and 1 failed armor save means a guy dies who's got a Paragon Blade, and I'd rather not like that.
I think that's fair.
So, I will do 6 normal guys, and then I will do the Huskarl of the unit. So, 1 guy dies, and the Huskarl, he dies! What a dumbass!
That was very generous of you to do. You didn't have to do it like that. And then would you like to penetrate my sabre?
I would love to penetrate your sabre.
Penetrate my sabre, sir.
First sabre is...
dead, because it's on 1 hull point.
And the second sabre fails. So 1 sabre goes.
Oh no, my sabre.
Space Wolf's turn to wrap up. Overall, pleased.
Status pleased.
Status pleased. I'm a little disappointed those guys didn't make it. However, it was a long bomb charge, but it was totally worth trying to make it just to try and get those troops off the table. But they are now safely dug into a defense line, so that's a bonus. These guys have claimed the objective, which will be moving very shortly. Contemptor is moving up in a solid position, so he's quite happy where he is. Russ holding the ground, waiting patiently for Kurz to turn up so he can go and kick his teeth in. Over here, the Venerable Whiteclaw hasn't got many targets, although there isn't much around this side of the table to actually kill anymore. This unit's still pinned, so hopefully if Kurz doesn't arrive, I will score that next turn, unless El Dreadnought causes some trouble. Overall, very pleased with that turn result, especially with taking down the Contemptor, even though I fudged my own dice rolls and murdered the Sergeant at the back. Never mind. That's what you get for playing fun games. And now the objective is going to move. So this objective is going to move 8 inches plus 1d6 in a straight line towards the enemy deployment zone. Oh, sorry, the opposing players' deployment zone.
And it goes around terrain, not a straight line.
So it is going to be going...
Ooh, 14 inches.
14 inches.
So it's going to go around this terrain. So that's 1, 2, and then it's going to go 12, and it ends up pink there. Nice. Okay, beginning of Night Lord's turn 3. Will Kurz show up? Because I quite desperately need him.
I hope not.
He's showing up. Thank God for that.
You need to re-roll it.
No. Right.
Uh-oh.
Let's work out where he's going to come in. After vast quantities of deliberation, I finally decided that Kurz and friends were going to be coming down in this area. I've placed my Warmonger because it seems thematic that I place him. Now he has to scatter 2d6. I'm going to roll out the tray just because I like to roll close to. He's coming this way, 7 inches. Are you happy with that direction, sir?
I am happy with that direction, sir.
So he lands there, which is not within an inch of anyone, so it's not a mishap. I will get all my men placed, and then I have to do some dangerous trains, because that's what happens when you come down with a Warmonger. Okay, after deploying Kurz, I have done the conga line of God. So all my Contakar have come in as such. The Herald, the Warmonger, Kurz has placed himself there. Because I came down with a Warmonger, I now need to take a dangerous terrain check for everyone. So there is 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 normal Contakar men who on ones then need invuln saves. So one man needs an invuln save. One man takes a wound from my Contakar. Then I have Kurz himself on a 1. It's fine. The Herald is fine. The Warmonger is also fine. So one Contakar takes a wound. Now everyone within 6 inches needs a pinning check and fear -3 because of Conrad's Kurz. So this unit of Stalkers at the back, please, Derek.
So Stalkers at the back at -3, so I'm looking at 4s. Pass.
Ooh. Then this unit down here, same again.
4s again. Pass.
Oh no! Oh no! Would you like to intercept with anyone there?
I'm going to intercept with... Ooh, tough choices. I'm going to go with the Stalkers because they've got slightly more firepower and might cause slightly more damage. Now, I am electing to use my movement reaction because unfortunately Slayers and Stalkers cannot take augury scanners as per the rulebook at the moment. FAQ, please.
No augury scanners for you.
So, I will use my movement reaction and I will open fire with bolt guns, rapid firing at very, very close range. So, hitting on trees.
Yep. Gotta love those trees.
Cocked. Still hits. And then wounding on d4s. 3 wounds. Wish I had rending.
3 wounds, of which we're all fine. Terminator armor. Are you throwing dice everywhere?
I am throwing dice absolutely everywhere. And then I will fire the Volkites for 5 hits at strength 6.
Yeah, it's 2s.
So 3 wounds, sir.
Terminator armor. Fine.
Yeah!
Oh, it is forged in the absolute fires of Nostromo. Okay, on with the rest of my movement phase. Night Lord's turn 3, and as you saw, I have formed the conga line of Insanity because I intend a massive multi-charge to clear this flank of wolves. My assault squad have moved up. I wanted them to jump over and get onto the objective so that Kurz wasn't have to concern himself with it. Unfortunately, I didn't have the movement to get over this last man. Poor placement by me. So they've come this way and they are going to join in the fight. Derrideo has stayed still because he is just going to shoot stuff because that's what Derrideos do. I've moved forward my Contacar, so Halkadan the Judged, and he is going to fight his counterpart Dreadnought. The snipers obviously stayed still. That's what camping snipers do. The Sabre slammed into reverse gear and has removed himself from the proximity of these Grey Slayers. They're pretty nasty. I've completely lost this flank now. Committing Kurz over there means I have lost this flank. My Derrideo reversed a little bit because he's just going to keep trying to pin this unit of Stalkers so that they don't score anymore and just to make it a bit more distance. But yeah, as you can see, my entire right flank has collapsed. I have weighed everything on this gamble over here. Opening up turn 3 shooting. My Derrideo on my right flank, the Wolves left, is going to open up into the Stalkers.
And I'm electing to return fire.
Very wise, very wise. Because I'm trying to stop them from scoring. I'd like to pin them. Starting off,
I don't want to be pinned.
I don't want to be pinned. Starting off with my Volkite, 2s to hit, twin linked.
So many ones.
So many ones. Not anymore. And then 2s to wound, but it will be full armor saves for 6 armor saves.
So 6 armor saves coming in. Oh, that's catastrophic. 5 dead.
That'll be 5 deflags. For another 4 wounds.
And 1 more dead. That's 6 dead. Oh my word, that was painful.
Pinning check from that weapon to begin with. You are pinned. Yes.
This is what you wanted.
Then the heavy bolters hitting on 2s and then wounding on 3s. That's 4 more armor saves.
I might not have a unit left at the end of this. That's another down.
And then finally the Aeolus missile launcher hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. Those are 3 AP3s. So if you've got any AP2, tank it.
No, I have nil AP2 because you murdered that guy already. And I've got the sergeant. Ooh. Risk it for a biscuit. Here we go.
He's alive.
He's alive.
He's fine.
He's alive. He's alive.
Loves it. So 7 dead in total.
The missiles. Oh my word, that was painful. Before I remove my models in catastrophic handfuls, I will fire my Volkites in return. They are the only ones in range. So here we go. 9 shots with the Volkites. Not bad.
Yeah.
And strength 6.
5s to wound.
For Jack Diddley and Squat. So now I'm going to take off 7 models.
7 man.
7.
Maybe I haven't.
Yes.
Maybe I haven't lost
my
this flank.
pain.
Oh no, it's still very gone. But that was good. My Sabre now is going to open up into this squad that successfully killed my Dreadnought in the previous turn. I did think about shooting the Stalker squad at the back here, but I'm out of range with my snub autocannon, so I don't want to waste the shots. Snub autocannon hitting on 3s. 2 hits. 2s to wound, 5s rend. That is 2 invulns.
So 2 6-up invulns on shields, 2 guys die.
Oh, good first. And then the heavy bolter hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s because I count as 10 and outnumber you for 2 armor saves.
2 armor saves, 1 guy dies, so 2 guys die out of that unit.
3 dead. My sniper team, the recon squad with Nemesis bolters, is now going to shoot into the venerable Bright Claw. I did think about shooting, again, the Stalkers over here, but they're pinned. They're not scoring.
And they need a leadership test after they're losing half the damn unit.
They will. This Dreadnought will be on me in a matter of moments, so I need to start shooting it. 10 shots hitting on 2s because I'm using the Master of Signals Cognus Signum. Lovely. And then it's Strength 5, rending on 5s, but wounding. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rend, and then it's Strength 5, so it would normally be wounding on 6s, so I'd need 5s and 6s. Anyway. I'm just trying to work out the Night Lordy thing. Anyway, that is 4 invulns.
No invulns in this unit, sir, but I will claim a 6-up cunner.
That's against your Dreadnought.
Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry. How many, sorry?
4 invulns.
4 invulns, so 4 5-ups.
3 wounds.
Takes 3 wounds.
Ooh.
Not good for me.
Back to Derrideo shenaniganry, and I am shooting into the squad that has taken up cover in the trench system.
Trench, please!
Trench, please. Volkite hitting on 2s. Twin linked. Thank God for twin linked. For 7 hits. Wounding on 2s. For 6 wounds. Please do the same again for me, Derek.
I'd rather not, But I will. That's 5 dead.
Oh. 4,
5 deflag.
Oh, Derek, what's happened?
I don't know.
That is cocked for 3. Another 1.
1 model left.
Oh, my.
Oh, and he's still got missiles and heavy bolters to go.
Heavy bolters are twin linked. That's 4 hits, wounding on 3s, because I don't outnumber, I'm a dreadnought. That is 3 armour saves.
They're gone.
He's gone.
They've been murderized. I don't know what's going on, but they're dead.
Deradeos are a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. My dreadnought Sal Harkonnen is now going to fire into the Space Wolf counterpart over there. 2 Gravis melter cannon shots, both hit, and then wounding on 3s, re-rolling because of armor bane range. That's 2, and then the gun in his hand misses because it's not twin link. So 2 invulns, sir.
2 invulns, takes 2 wounds.
Lovely. The final thing I have in my shooting phase is the Kontakar and Kurz squad. It's going to be shooting into the remaining Stalkers over here.
Bye.
6 of my Kontakar are in range with their Volkite Cavators, hitting on 3s. That was not their best work. They're busy. They've just come out of space, mate. They've just got out of bed. They're very busy. Wounding on 2s because it's strength 6 and I outnumber you.
Strength 6 would do it, Ted.
It's strength. Look.
Wounding on 1s.
Allow me my rules. Allow me my rules. That is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 from the Volkite boys. And then I quickly have a combi bolter from the Warmonger who's in range. He hits twice. He wounds on 3s because we outnumber you. That's 2 more armor saves. So
I'll take those ones first. So they're fine. Then we've got 12 armor saves from the units from the Volkite shenanigans, of which 1, 2, 3, 4 suffer wounds. So
deflag.
4 deflag.
Wounding another 4 times.
Another 4 saves for a further 1. So 5 dead.
And then Kurz is going to use his special batarangs.
Batman!
He's ballistic skill 7, so he hits on 2s, but 1s then still hit on a 6, so no. Then being a Primarch, I get to assign them. Has anyone got anything special in that unit?
No, you murdered the sergeant already.
Fine. So it is rending on 4-ups, so 2 guys dead.
So total of 7
The furthest away dead from Kurz.
There we go, Kurz shenanigans.
Yes.
So this Stalker squad's going to take their leadership test, because now that Ted's finished murderizing them horribly with the Dreadnought. So here we go, on leadership 8, and they pass, so they are absolutely fine.
Night Lord's assault phase, and Kurz and friends are going to declare multi-charge. Primary target is this squad of Stalkers. Who
I will react and shoot you with the last 2 remaining guys.
And then my multi-charge, I will go into this Dreadnought here, who will also
react and open fire with everything he's got before he gets his teeth kicked in.
Lovely, because Ross gives 2 in the assault phase. So get shooting, sir.
So first things first, we're going to fire the Havoc launcher. I'm going to go there for 3.
Yep, boss.
So twin linked. And it goes that way, 1 inch.
Lovely.
So it still clips 3. So
Beautiful.
3 hits at strength 5 for 2 wounds, sir.
2 wounds, both fine.
Right, then we'll kick off with the Carey's assault cannon. For all hit.
Yep.
That's more like it. Rending, please.
Ooh.
We will have 2 rends and 4 additional wounds, please.
Lovely. Right, so the Rens, I have a guy on 1 wound. If you'd clear your tray, please. Does the first one kill a guy? No. Does it kill the guy on 1 wound? Yes. So he goes down with the Rens, and then 4 armor saves. I pass all those, but this guy on 1 wound dies.
Combi bolter at very, very, very short range. 2 shots. Twin linked. Keep it twin linked.
I'm trying to clear my dice.
Failed the wound.
Ooh.
And then we have the Volkites. See if they can do some redeeming features. So hitting on 3s. No, the answer is no, they cannot do anything redeeming. Wounding on 2s for 1 wound. You suck.
I pass.
You suck.
But I did lose that 1 Kontakar on the way in.
It's not even a leadership test.
It's not. Well, I can't take a leadership check. I'm on the charge.
I'm gonna die.
I successfully make both targets. That's how I've ended up after my charge, and you'll notice a very nice corridor has now developed so that my Dreadnought can go
Gee,
charging
why have you
in.
done that, Ted?
Why indeed. It's a 5-inch charge to get my Dreadnought into combat, and I fail.
Fluff it! He fluffs it!
He fluffed.
Glorious, glorious fluff!
He's left out to hang. He surges forward 3 inches. Right. Opening up the combat goes Kurz at initiative 7. He is going to fight into the Dreadnought because I would like him to rip it to pieces, please. He gets 8 attacks. Would be 9 on the charge, but obviously I multi-charge, so it's disordered. Better weapon skill, so I'm hitting on 3s. Lovely. And then he is strength 6, so he's wounding on 4s, but he's murderous strike with shred. So it's 4s. Very nice. With shred, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 invuln saves, but all of them are D3 wounds.
I need more dice.
You need more dice.
So 7 invulns.
7 invulns.
Come on, I can make it.
You'll be fine.
Nope.
No.
You don't.
So I don't even need to roll the instant deaths. How far does he explode, Eric?
Big enough.
3.
Yep.
Let's work it out. With the explosion, he's managed to hit 7 models, my Dreadnought, and 1 of his own Stalkers.
He's going to die in glorious flames,
Yeah.
serving sacrifice to the enemy. So, Dreadnought first.
Yep. On a 3, sorry.
Fail to wound.
Yep.
Unit. Oh, outstanding.
Oh,
we
dear.
have 2, 4, 6 saving throws of your 2+, sir, or death.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, 2 guys died.
2 contra cards.
Oh.
Straight, flat, bit.
And the sorry, I'd say he's a Variant Gear, but he's not. He's just a bod.
He is wounded.
He is dead.
Yay!
Bad guy, a blit of fry.
Continuing on with the combat against the Lone Stalker now. He will get to fight back. I have 3 Contacar going at initiative 4, before a lot of special weapons. 2 attacks each, because again, Disordered removes an attack from me. I'm weapon skill 5, so I hit on 3s. And then I am strength 5, outnumbering, so I'm wounding on 2s, AP 3, 6s, breach. You're dead.
I was dead anyway.
You were dead anyway, but you didn't.
However, I will swing back at initiative with my chainsword and counterattack, because I'm a space wolf and I can.
Yeah.
For 1 hit. And 1 wound.
No!
Oh, he's gonna die.
That's it. Wipe. End of Night Lord's turn 3, and it's getting very squeaky bum. Obviously, the snipers have sat and taken their toll onto the Dreadnought. This flank is entirely pagged in terms of scoring, but pinning this Stalker unit was key to preventing Derek from scoring any more points. Kurz and friends at the end of the combat consolidated their massive 7 inches due to Kurz's initiative, and it has put me on the objective, meaning I have scored my first point of the game. However,
Burke
also meant I'm very close to a certain Lehman, which, look, I've got support, so it might not be the worst thing in the world, but it's also not the best thing in the world facing down Lehman Russ. And hopefully with my assault squad still here, I can keep hunting this objective, which will now move 8 inches plus d6 of 3 back towards Derek's side. And then we'll give Derek another turn, even though I don't want to.
Space Wolves turn 3 Movement. So this Stalker unit has remained stationary because they are pinned and therefore cannot rejoin cohesively, but I will be as soon as I get the option to. Now you might notice that there's a missing space here because I have declared both the Howl of the Death Wolf from Russ and the one from my Rite of War, which has given me a boatload of extra movement, and they have actually pegged it all the way across here to deal with this Derideo. So that's my Praetor and 3 guys with power swords on the vain hope that I can actually murderize that and get it out of my way so it can stop me, these guys scoring. The Venerable Brightclaw is also gone big because he has decided to peg it around this corner with the additional movement granted by the Wolf King. And he is going to attempt a long bomb charge over here to try and take out the reconnaissance squad. Over here, the Wolf King has finally committed. Now that Kurz has exposed himself, I will be jumping over there, and as you can see clearly, Ted yet again has bravely ran away with Kurz, and he has opted to bring the Dreadnought slightly closer to make my charge slightly more difficult, because I'm going to have to get through that Contemptor to get to Comrade Kurz. But maybe, just maybe, we're going to have a Kurz versus Russ scrap.
Not if I can help it.
Which is what we want. So in true Space Wolf fashion, I have skipped shooting altogether because I'm literally in a position now where if I start shooting stuff, I'm going to take casualties on units that can potentially score or invoke shots on me prior to combat when I need to try and preserve as many wounds and bodies as physically possible to actually do what needs to be done. So I have literal zero shooting at all.
But you have many charges.
I do have lots of charges. So over here in the corner, we have what is left of the Grey Slayer squad with the Praetor. They are going to attempt to charge the Deredeo.
Off you go, sir.
So here we go. Now, bearing in mind...
Remind people, what did you declare?
Yes, I declared the Howl of the Death Wolf and the deployed my Rite of War, which I've completely forgotten what it was, but I have done that. So I've actually gained an additional +2 to all of my movement and extra to the Dreadnought.
+1 to movement and fleet.
So +1 to movement and fleet, so yeah. Rapido! So here we go. I've got to make a 3-inch charge with +3.
Good luck.
Oh, look, I made it.
You look, I made it. You're in.
Right, the next one's a little bit more complicated. This is the Venerable Brightclaw, and he wants to cave stomp some of these Recon Marines so they can't do any more damage to the pack behind him. So he is putting his shield up and he is going hell for leather. Now this is an 11-inch charge.
But you've got +3.
But I've got +3 to this charge, so here comes...
I don't have to declare my reaction until I see it's successful.
Please! No! I fail.
So I will hold my reaction.
Failed.
But you did surge forward.
I did surge forward, which we will do in but a moment. And over here, the main event.
Yes, sir.
I am going to be bold. I am going to declare a multi-charge because I am a Space Wolf and I must. So I am going to declare the primary target as the Dreadnought and the secondary target as the Contakar and Curse. The only reason I've done this is because Ted redeployed that Dreadnought using his reaction, and now I would have to go around the Dreadnought to get to the Contakar. Now that's going to be an issue. However, if I kill the Dreadnought, I can then move forwards and we can have a fight if Kurz doesn't decide to bottle it and make a run for it, which, to be fair, I wouldn't blame him. However, here we go. So I need to make the charge to get to the Dreadnought, which is clear because I'm going to get +2 because they have fleet. However, it is a 9-inch charge to get to the Contakar. Now, as you can see, I do have models still in cover. However, with fleet... That'll give me +2, so I'm basically on a flat 9 inches.
Yes, sir.
So here we go.
I will be overwatching with my Dreadnought.
Oh, come on! Big numbers, and I fail.
But you don't. You get to the Dreadnought.
I get to the Dreadnought, but I don't get to the Contakar, which in my books a fail.
I will overwatch you, however. So Gravis Melter Cannon hits twice.
Yes.
And then Melter in my hand hits
Of course it does.
Wounding on 2s. For 3 wounds, you may take them on men or tank them on Russ, whatever is your fancy.
Ooh, let us tank them on Russ because it's Melter and I gain +1 to my Invuln save.
There you go, sir.
So 3 up Invuln.
He's fine.
3 up Invuln.
He's fine.
3 up Invuln. Bring it!
There you go. It matters not. That's 1 dead Dreadnought, kids.
Space Wolf's turn 3 assault. I will be kicking off with the Praetor, trying to murderize the Deredeo. So at higher initiative, I have got my 5 attacks. I am hitting on 3s. Oh, not great. And I am wounding on 5s. So 1 AP 2.
Which I fail.
Marvellous. And then we've got the other guys going at initiative. So I have a total of 9 attacks going from these guys. 9 attacks coming in. That's 3 hits. I'll take it. And then I'm looking for those Wrens. There's 2 Wrens. We will take that, sir.
I fail one of them, so I've taken 2 wounds so far. Then I kick you back twice.
Kick me?
Weirdly, I am better weapon skill, so I hit you on 3s once, and I wound on 2s, so I'm strength 7. No wounds.
Failed wounds.
I lose by 2, however, I'm a Dreadnought, so we lock up.
Doesn't care. At initiative 7, the Wolf King is going to try and slap the Dreadnought, although it looks like the Dreadnought's already slapped Russ, to be fair, but never mind.
It's very well positioned, that.
So,
who did that?
Anyway, 7 attacks basics, 1 for the extra hand weapon, an additional 1 for the charge, and I am strength 9 because I get the +1 from Furious Charge, because who needs friends? So hitting on 3s.
Because you're better than I am.
With Mastercrafted.
What weapon are you using?
I am using the Sword of Doom.
Oh dear.
So this is Brutal 2 and Instant Death on the 4-up. So 2s. So
wow.
Yeah, so that's 2, 4, 6, 12 wounds.
12 wounds, which are all instant death.
All instant death. Oh no, sorry. 5 instant death.
10 instant death. Right, so the 2 that are just flat invuln. Right, I make 1. I've got 4 wounds left. Excellent. Now 10 wounds that are all D3 if I fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 8. Oh look, I failed.
And he probably explodes.
Oh, look at that. Who knew? I explode 2 inches.
Which is going to be enough to get the first rank and the second rank. So that is 5 models.
Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wounding on 2s. That is a very happy 3.
And I will take them on the Wolf King so he doesn't die.
Yep.
Wolf King.
Oh, full Wolf King.
6.
Oh dear.
He's on 1.
You get to consolidate 1,000,000 miles.
End of turn 3 Space Wolves. So this unit is now unpinned and is now significantly safer than it was in the previous turn. So hopefully now you'll be able to claim that objective if they don't get opened up on. Over here, a little bit underwhelming, although I have taken 2 wounds off. Dreadnought's going nowhere. It's going to have to stand there and fight me it will. The Venerable Brightclaw failed to make his charge, but he has now put this unit here under direct threat. But speaking of threats, we have the threat to end all threats. The Wolf King, destroying the Dreadnought and moving forward, has decided to surge the unit forward and directly block that objective, which means the Assault Marines cannot get the objective, which means to get that objective, the Night Lords are going to have to fight the Russ.
Night Lords turn 4, and I've gone for the all-on-black play.
Bring it!
Bring it. So, look, the Varangier are weapon skill 6 if they charge, so I need to charge them. Derek's already spent his advanced reaction, so what I've done is I've surrounded the Varangier with the Contakar and Character Blob. My assault squad, as Derek showed, he blocked off the objective, so they've come in, weight of attacks. It's all about bringing them down. The sniper squad, look, if I'm being serious, I should kill that unit over there. But Giant Killer and Slay the Warlord would net me 3 points if I can bring down Lehman Russ. So the snipers are going to help. This Deredeo is going to help. And the only other stuff on this flank, the Sabre has gone after to try and cause this Stalker squad to at least take a couple of wounds and then retreat. And obviously, there is no hope of this Deredeo, but he's made a Praetor and a unit be out of the game effectively. I will just have to pray that in Derek's turn, when this Dreadnought charges my snipers, they can overwatch. This is where it all matters, though. Starting off my very boring shooting phase, the Sabre is going to try and cause this Stalker squad to run.
I am going to elect to return fire with my Volkites because they're strength 6.
Yes, you can indeed. So, Snub Autocannon is twin-linked, hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit. 2s to wound, 5s rend. That is 1 armour save.
So 1 armour save, he dies!
That kills a guy. And then heavy bolter shots. Hit 3 times, outnumbering, so wounding on 2s for 2 armour saves.
2 armour saves.
Kills another 1.
One
so
guy dies, so I've
dead.
got 2 guys left. However, I am going to return fire on my Volkites. So these are strength 6. So that's only 3 hits. I need some more 6s to even make it matter. So nil point. Nothing on the return and 2 guys dead, so that will be a leadership test.
Take your morale now because there's nothing else shooting at them.
Leadership test!
They fail! Oh, yes!
I don't even get a reroll from a Vex.
No, you don't.
They
But
run
you do
away!
only run 1d6 because of the Vex.
So they run a whopping 4 inches.
That's made it quite
Oh,
interesting.
that
But
means
if
I
they
can't
rally,
claim that objective now.
if they rally, you would.
Oh, it's all to play for on this objective.
Everything else now will be firing into Russ and Co. Starting with my Deredeo. The pinning doesn't matter, but causing wounds does. Hitting on 2s with the Volkite weaponry. Twin-linked for a full house. Wounding on 2s because majority toughness is 4. That is 7 armour saves, sir.
So, 7 armour saves. I am going to tank them on Russ.
Yeah.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Oh, he takes a wound. Take another one on the Russ. So, yeah, that's 1 wound off Russ.
D flag. Hurts again for the majority toughness. No. 1 wound off Russ, though. 4 heavy bolter shots. Twin linked. All hit. And I don't outnumber you, so it's wounding on 3s for 3 armor saves.
So 3 armor saves. I'll take these on Varangir, who are 1 wound on a Varangir.
Lovely. Then the Aeolus missiles. All hit. Wounding on 2s. All wound, but it's full armor again, so 3 armors.
So I will take these on. I will take them on the Varangir. So 1 save, 2 save, and 3 save.
But Russ takes a wound, and 1 Varangir takes a wound. Now into Kurz and the Kontakar, the Herald, and the Warmonger shooting into Russ's unit. Kurz is going to go first because I'm going to try and assign his wound and batarang off this guy. Hitting on 2s, all hit. Primarchs assign their hits, not the wounds, so I am going to assign them all to that one guy because I would like him to die. So he takes 1 wound and 1 rend, so it's an invuln and an armor.
So invuln first.
He's alive.
Saves, armor.
He's
saves.
alive.
He
Curses.
lives.
Now, 40 Volkite shots from the Kontakar. So forgive my tiny little carny hands. Wounding, hitting on the 3s. This is when you feel like an orc. And I will be wounding on 2s for majority toughness. And then we'll give Derek a boatload of dice to try and save. That was dropped. There, drop. Okay, we will work it out and get back to you.
We're back at this commercial break.
It was 21 wounds in the end, and Derek has elected to take them on the Varangir.
So here we go. First Varangir.
Yay!
Oh. Next Varangir.
You might as well do 2 at a time because I got 2 wounds.
Oh yeah, very right there. So that one's fine. That's all of those done. Right.
Derek's got a pile of dice.
I've got a huge pile of dice. So here comes the next Varangir. Yep. Next one. Yep. That's one more wound.
Lovely.
Same Varangir. The wounded Varangir still. He dies.
Good.
That's another one. That's another wound on a Varangir. So 2 Varangir dead, plus the one that was wounded, and 1 on 1 wound.
Excellent. Killing 3 Varangir in combined is about 4,000 less attacks. So that was 5 D flag, which go off 4 times. So 4 more saves, please, sir.
So 2. That's another wound.
Oh, yes.
Oh, 1 more wound.
1 more wound. Excellent. Combi disintegrator gun from my Warmonger now. Where's he hiding? There he is. Hitting on 2s, 1s get hot. He doesn't get hot, he hits twice, and then it's strength 5, but I'm outnumbering. So wounding on 2s, that is 1 invuln or death.
Invuln or death?
Invuln. It's fine. And then I will do my assault squad, now shooting their bolt pistols. So there's 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s because of outnumbering. They're a bit twitchy going into a Primarch, even with my Primarch helping. That is 4 armor saves. You can do them however you wish.
I'm going to take them on Russ. So.
Ooh, he takes another wound.
Don't like it. Oh, what?
His half health.
Right, I'm going on Varangir.
Bolt pistols. Ooh, Russ down to half health.
Embarrassing.
Could this be a trap to make me want to fight him with Curse? Right.
Maybe.
My last shooting now is the Sniper Squad and Master of Signals. Again, shooting into the Varangir. I could try and target Russ, but I mean, come on. You can't. That would be the worst way to bring him down. So, hitting on 2s because of the Master of Signals. That is cocked. That is definitely a miss still. So that is 7 hits. Outnumbering. So wounding on 2s. Do I outnumber? No, I don't outnumber you because I'm only 11. So wounding on 3s, 5s rend, and I assign wounds. There's no rends. And only 2 wounds, in fact. I will assign them to the guy on 1 wound, but he gets full of armor save.
So 2 up, 2 up.
He lives.
Fine.
Oh, crap.
The question now is, can 4 Varangir and the Russ do what needs to be done?
We'll find out. into my assault phase, and I am electing to charge my assault squad first, and Derek is holding the line, which he auto passes as fearless, meaning they will lose an attack. But that means these guys, when they charge, are going to be fine. I automatically make the charges because I am close in.
Because it's like that distance.
Because it's that distance. Let's see how far these guys go, just to get wrapping. Excellent.
Far enough.
They go far. And how far does Kurz and friends go?
Far enough.
Far enough. I'll get them in, we'll wrap up, and then we'll fight with the Derrideo. Everyone wants to see Kurz on Ross, but no, we bring you Derrideo versus Praetor.
So this is the warm-up fight, so here we go. Praetor still at his superior weapon skills, still at his superior, I've got a Paragon Blade, hitting on 3s. He needs to go back to sword school or something and reevaluate his life. So again, I'm fishing for those range. Oh, it's 2 instant death, bring it!
I save 1.
1 goes through, and it does. 2 wounds.
2 wounds caused. That drops me down to 2 remaining when I can find a 2 on the dice. There we go. Your boys will swing at the same time as me, sir.
So 6 attacks from swords, hitting on 5s. Oh, I'll take it.
That was very good.
And then I'm fishing for the 6s, and no 6s.
I swing back with 2 attacks, hitting on 3s for majority, and wounding on 2s for strength 7. That is 1 armor save.
1 armor save, it's fine.
Lovely, you win again, but
you don't care.
Dreadnought tied up. Oh god, here we go. Okay, into the combat we all want to see. Now, if I was playing gamey, of course you never fight a Primarch with a Primarch. You'd tie up their Primarch with a chosen warrior, or your Primarchs just kill everything else. That's how you're supposed to play if you're being gamey. We're not doing that. We're having Russ versus Kurz. God damn it, yes we are.
Because that's how we roll at November Echo Wargaming.
Yes, we want Primarch on Primarch action. I am going to do my psychic power, which again is
blow your brains out.
Dubious, but on a 7. He goes off, so Kurz now has a 4-up, feel no pain, and an extra attack. Ooh, Kurz! Initiative 7.
Initiative 7.
Yeah, so they are going at the same time, but I charged, so I am going to roll my dice first. Again, if I didn't make it clear, though Varangier on the charge would be weapon skill 6, I didn't want that, so that's why I've charged them. Russ, of course, has counterattack 2, because reasons, but I'll take that rather than weapon skill 6 Varangier. Anyway, Kurz first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attacks on the charge with his psychic power. I'm just going to hand over to Derek.
And please bear in mind that Russ has already been wounded.
Russ is down to 3. Now, we're both weapon skill 8, so we're hitting on 4s. It's okay. It's okay.
That's half of them.
Quick break there, just because I didn't know if he had Mastercrafted. He does not have Mastercrafted, so that is half hits. Now, I am strength 6 and outnumbering, so I am wounding on 3s with Shred. All AP 2. Oh, with Shred. That would be 5 wounds. I need you to fail 3 of them for me, Derek.
Oh, I don't like it.
Please, Derek.
We are going to roll.
I'm going to take that just because Derek's getting... Please die, Russ. Please die.
Come on.
First fail. He's down to 2 wounds.
Oh, he saves. He saves again.
No.
He saves again. He's going to get to smack his face in. Takes 2 wounds, though.
2. He's alive on 1.
1 wound for the Wolf King. But here comes the pain. And I am using the sword of death and destruction.
Here we go.
Here we go. So I am hitting on 4s with Mastercrafted. Oh my God, Russ.
Yes.
Wake yourself up.
I mean, that's still quite a lot.
Okay, I am strength 8.
So 2s to wound me.
2s to wound.
And they are brutal 2, and 4's instant death. So you need to take care for which is which.
Yes, so we have 1 instant death. Sorry, no, we have 2 instant death and 2 standard.
But they're brutal 2.
But they are brutal 2.
Right, just because I confuzzled myself, there are 2 with my feel no pain. So 4 up invuln. Fine. Now there is 2 without my feel no pain. He's fine. Kurz doesn't take a wound. Oh, who is this executioner you talk of? The man with the skulls, I believe.
I think this is just, this isn't honourable fighting at all, but that's very Night Lord, not to fight honourably. Fight dirty.
Right, going back a little step, we all got excited about the Primarchs. Technically. It's initiative step, Hammer of Wraths. But again, they're against the Varangier. We've already got 3s for outnumbering, so please make your Varangier do 2 armor saves.
So on the wounded guy first.
You don't care. That's what happens when you go back in time. Okay, I am going to do my attacks from my assault squad now into the Varangier. Now the rest of the attacks from the assault squad with the chain swords into the Varangier. Derek, just to tell everyone, has elected to send 2 guys fighting with their thunderhammers into the Contacar and 2 guys fighting with their initiative weapons into the assault squad. So they will be swinging back at initiative. Anyway, chain sword attacks. These guys were disordered, so they've only got 2 attacks each. They're hitting on 5s because they're only in normal assault marines. And then they are strength 4, majority toughness, but outnumbering. So wounding on 3s with shred. That is 5 armor saves.
No shred required.
No shred required.
So on the wounded model first, he dies.
Excellent.
That's not good for me.
It is.
Next guy is fine.
2 more.
Next guy is fine.
But
so I'm only going to have 1 guy fighting back.
No, because it's initiative, remember? You declared initiative.
Yes. Excellent. So,
I'll do that for you, sir. Yeah. So we declared 2 at initiative.
yeah. Right, so we'll do
These are into the assault squad.
into the shop squad.
Fucking space wolves and your complicated 400,000 different rules.
Right, so these ones are, it doesn't matter, they're all AP2 or AP3. Let's go for it. So, I've got some attacks. They are hitting on 3s for almost all of them, and I am strength 5.
Killing on 3s.
So that is 3 dead.
3 dead. I will move chainsword guys because I want my axes and my fists. Then comes the Contacar. Now the Contacar, 9 of them have chain blades. Weapon skill 5, so I'm hitting on 4s. And then I will be wounding on 2s because they're strength 5 and I outnumber. With shred, they are literally AP 3, but they do have breaching 6. So I'm fishing for those 6s. That's not very many 6s. And shred for those 2. No. So 1 invuln and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 armor.
So on one of the standard Varangier. Again!
Yay! Please do that for the armor saves. 13 armor saves.
2, 4, 6. I'll take these. Well, I have to take them one at a time, don't I?
You do. Well, kind of, yes.
Right, so here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13.
13!
Have you ever wondered why AP3 weapons don't do well against Terminators?
Well,
That's why.
I failed the one that counted. Ah, yes.
Down to initiative 1 and all the spicy AP2 stuff finally for me.
And me.
From the assault squad, I have 2 axes and the power fist from the sergeant. 2 attacks each, hitting on 5s from the assault squad. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s for strength 5, outnumbering. That is 1 invuln save against the axe.
So invuln save on the guy who's already wounded. He's
alive.
fine.
Then the sergeant with his power fist, he misses both.
Thank God.
So it will be over into Thunderhammer World.
Hammer time!
Hammer World. Into my Contacar squad now. I have the Herald with the Thunderhammer, I have the Warmonger with the Thunderhammer, and I have the leader of the Contacar with his Escatod Powerclaw. That's not the leader. He's here somewhere. There he is.
Hiding at the back.
Holding a head.
Typical
No.
Hiding at the back.
Majority weapon skill is 5, so these are 4s. I'm going to do both my Thunderhammer boys together. So 4s to hit. That is 4 hits. And wounding on 2s, but obviously brutal 2. So that is 6 wounds, but 2 each.
Right, so.
First Varangier guy, dead.
Dead. Second one.
Dead.
Third and final one.
Lives, but brutal 2.
He's
Lives.
fine. However, I will get a swing back.
I've still got some more stuff.
Come on then.
Eschaton Powerclaw, hitting on 4s. Lovely. Wounding on 2s with shred. That's 2 more invulns, but they're not brutal. So it's just 2 invulns or death.
2 invulns.
Kills him. So the Varangier are dead, but they do get to swing back. 2 of them get to swing
I
back.
have the 2 guys with the hammers who are swinging back in. So here we go.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh my word.
Oh, this has not gone the way you
I have
wanted.
been infected by the Ian virus. For those that don't
yes.
know, it's the atrocious dice rolling. And wounding on 2s. So that is 2 wounds.
That is 1 very dead Contacar.
Wow. And the fun thing is, no one wins.
No one wins.
Because we're both fearless and we don't care, but it's pretty clear what's going to happen next. And I don't like it.
I love it. End of Night Lord's turn 4, and that combat Could only have gone better if the rust went down, but now I'm
not far off going
it's
down.
not far off. He's got 1 wound. I do not score that objective because I am locked in combat. So I'm still only on 1 VP. Over here, I mean, look, I'd sacrifice shooting at the Dreadnought, hoping my snipers would do some damage, but they fluffed. But I'll ignore it for this turn. And this Derideo is still pluckily holding up everything. However, if this squad rallies, they will score Derek another point. Let's pray they don't. Ooh, it's getting tight.
Going into turn 4. It isn't looking good. I haven't got much left on the table. However, these two Space Wolf heroes, I'm going to call them heroes, need to pass their leadership 10 to rally so I can go claim an objective. So do not let the Wolf King down. He might let himself down shortly. They're fine. They are going to rally, and they are going to rally and claim that objective.
Oh, bugger.
For the Wolf King. Space Wolves turn 4 movement. They have rallied. They have reconsolidated, and they are in a trench line to try and get some cover, because I've got skirmish, and that means I'm getting better. And aside of that, there's not been very much movement. They have claimed that objective, or hopefully will claim that objective at the end of the turn. Over here, the venerable Brightclaw is going for it. He is going to absolutely murderize every guy in that unit if he can. Over here, they're still tied in close combat, and of course, we have the Wolf King on 1 wound, facing against possibly being outnumbered, but that's how the Wolf King likes it.
We're not locked in here with him. Sorry, we're not locked in here with us. You're locked in here with him.
And let's see how that pans out at the end of the game. So, moving on to the assault phase, foregoing all shooting because there is 0 points. The venerable Brightclaw has moved within distance and will be charging. However, Ted has sensibly decided to shoot him in the face, or attempt to shoot him in the face.
Yes.
Let's see how he does. 10 shots.
Hitting on 3s because the Cognitive Signum only works in the shooting phase.
Cocked.
Cocked. Lovely. And then rending on 5s. That's what we need, sir. Ooh.
Oh my word.
That's 3 saves or death.
So this could very well end the venerable Brightclaw. I sincerely hope not.
He's
alive on 1 wound. That's enough. That's all he needs.
That's it.
I hope that's all he needs.
It is. I'm not built for combat.
Moving on to the main event. Not quite. So, first things first, we have the long-going battle between the Praetor and the Derideo, and the 3 guys that came along for the ride. So, Praetor first, hitting on 3s.
Oh,
finally,
he means it this
something
time.
better. And I'm looking for those 6s, or 5s and 6s, for nothing.
Oh.
No wounds. So, we're going to be going down to the troops, hitting on 5s for 1 hit, and rending on a 6. He gets a rend.
I will pass my invuln though.
Oh no.
I'll kick you twice. Yes, I will. And I will not wound you at all.
Oh!
I lose. I'm down to 1. Oh no, I passed it. But we're locked up. Shock.
Never mind. Moving on. So moving on to the venerable Brightclaw, wading into the unit. I have to charge straight in there, and my intent is to cause carnage, havoc, and death.
Fair enough.
However,
the Master of Signals has initiative 5, so he's going first with his chainsword, hitting you on 4s. Excellent. And then wounding you on 5 because I outnumber you with shred. All I need to do is 1 wound. 2. Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Big dramatic.
Don't
1 at a time.
Oh.
No! I'm going to blow up and kill you all.
How could you screw up?
Speak up an explosion. That's everyone.
That's everyone. So that's 11 men.
Oh.
How could you do it, Derek?
That's just embarrassing. I've got Ian's dice. I'm having words with him on the way home.
Just that Master of Signals has now covered himself in glory with his chainsword.
So, 11. And that is 10 wounded.
Ouch. 1, 2, 3.
Why don't you die?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dying on 3s. That would be 1, 2 cocked. 3 dead.
Not even worth it.
Oh dear.
That's just embarrassing.
And I win, so I don't flee off the board. Woo!
The final after that embarrassing charade that was a dreadnought charging into a squad of Marines that should have murdered them horribly. Never mind. Right, the Wolf King versus the unit. We are still fighting a challenge with the Curs of the Conrad, or the Conrad of the Curs. So I will be going first. However,
we'll be going at the same time.
However, Conrad wants to go. I've got psychic
powers, which fail. So I do D3 wounds to my unit. I do three
wounds. I like it. I like this. Do it again.
3 invulns. I promptly kill one of my own Terminators. I'm very sorry, you're dead. And I do not have an extra attack, and I do not have feel no pain. So off you go,
Excellent.
Lehman.
So Lehman Russ, wailing in with 8 attacks.
Hitting on 4s.
Come on, that's better. Ooh. And
so this is the sword again.
So this is the sword, and we're looking at 2s. Please don't be crap.
But that translates to 6. I need to at least save
all
1.
with instant death.
It doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter because I haven't got feel no pain. I need to make 1 save, otherwise Kurz dies. I make 2, but he does suffer 4 wounds. Ouch!
That's more like it. Now comes the return.
Conrad swinging back now. Hitting on 4s.
Yes! Roll like that again.
He does not have Mastercrafted. He is wounding on 3s with Shred. He doesn't need the Shred.
Oh my word.
4 wounds. You've only got 1 left. Dramatic
effect. No dramatic effect. Russ was mortally wounded.
It was never in doubt. It was never in doubt. The Lord
Not when you outnumber your opponent. How many to 1? Somebody count them because I'm not going to bother.
History is written by the victor, and I believe I won. It was Kurz one-on-one.
It was a one-on-one fight with Russ. That's what it was.
One-on-one. No one's there alive to doubt it.
So end of turn 4 wrap up. Ted's making me do this.
You liar.
To rub it in. So as you can see, the Cotton Car have moved on their objective, but they won't score that objective because it's the end of Ted's player turn, not my player turn. So he doesn't actually score it, but he totally will have next turn. But at this point in the game, as you can quite clearly see, it's over. So me and Ted, although this game would normally run to 5 turns, are going to call it here due to the fact that I've got a whopping 6 models left on the tabletop. And unfortunately for Ted, he's got nothing that can actually really do much distance-wise in 1 turn. So we are going to officially call it there, and the results will be out very soon. And that's it. We are done. And my words, Ted, what a turnabout of the game.
Jesus Christ.
I kill you here, you murder me there, I murder you there, I murder you here. What an actual... And down there, my dice rolls have been utterly atrocious. To all my fellow Wolf brothers and sisters out there, I am so sorry.
I don't feel like I won that.
Dice.
I don't feel I won. I feel you lost.
I absolutely lost that. And taking so many wounds off even the Deredeo from the Volkite. All the wounds on Russ before. He's like, you should be able to tank that stuff. Wounded. Oh no.
Like when you took the melter shots from the Dreadnought and you were like, yes, I don't care about a couple of bolt pistols from Assault Marines, like, bang, 2 wounds. I was like, oh.
You're going to bust a cap in Russ's ass.
Oh, God, yeah.
No, absolutely trash. So anyway, that game ended up with 3 victory points for me because I scored 3 objectives.
And, 2 objectives and first strike. When you caused my rapiers to just evaporate.
I made them running away.
Your javelins did really well.
The javelins did fantastically, and it's one of those things, I've always liked them with the rocket pods on the side because they get that little bit of extra detail on the side.
They look cool.
And they've got pinning, which can be, as we've seen, really damn useful.
I mean, we're pinning each other.
Yeah, I pin you, you pin me.
Yeah.
So I ended up with 3 victory points. However, in contrast to that, those following the game may have been counting it up. Ted got 5. so Ted walks away with 5 VPs, and 3 of those are from killing Russ, slay the Warlord, and then bringing down the Beast?
No, so it's Giant Slayer.
Giant Slayer,
because he's Lord of... Is he Lord of War anymore?
Yes.
He's Lord of, yes. So I got points for that.
And then the objectives on top of that as well. So an absolute stonker game. Again, Ted, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
A good game and how we like to run things. Obviously, we are November Echo Wargaming. We a game at the Heaton Gaming Club.
We do, sir.
Check out the Facebook page for that. And obviously, our event is coming up in September. And those that are part of the Facebook group might be starting to see some little snippets of the scenery and things. And you might have seen some of the scenery on this table today. But no, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If we've missed anything, sorry, but it happens in the 3 to the well. I've had at least 1 energy drink today. getting old. I need it,
It's
damn
true,
it.
it's true.
I need it.
And once again, we need to blame Nick.
Yeah, it should have been World Eaters.
It should have been World Eaters. Yeah.
And with my dice rolls today, Nick, you'd have won.
It's a fair point. It's a fair
You
point.
would have won.
Yeah, you gave me that victory there. Thank you all very much again.
And we will catch you in the next video.
Bye.
Blah.
Do you want to lead or do you want me to lead?
I'll lead, but you can do the mission.
Of course. And introduce yourself. You and Ian always forget to introduce yourselves.
They know who I am. Do they?
New people, mate. New people.
Hello and welcome to November Record War. Start again. Blah, 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 blah. Put my teeth back in. Hello and welcome to November Record War Game. I am Derek. This is Ian. No, this is Ted.
Let's do that again.
That's a blooper right there.
I'm Ed. Hi, blooper reel. I'd just like to point out that Derek also started this by saying, I know who I am.
I know who I am.
I know who I am. Great.
So, my Stalker pack. Do it again.
Oh, hang on. That's a train.
Woo, woo!
Do you want to lead it again?
I need to sell my Space Wolf dice. Ian must have touched them.
Ian had to.
Who last touched my dice? That's what I want to know.
Find out. We need names.
Or names and body bags. No, wait a minute, that's a bit excessive.
I don't. After seeing your rolls, I don't think it was excessive. You need body bags.